2016 for two main reasons about floods. Firstly, because this site as a museum was badly affected by the floods in 2015, but also because as my role I'm here to reflect the opinions and the experiences of the local community, and the floods was definitely a topic the local community wanted to talk about. The museum here, which was once the world's largest wool factory when it was first built in about 1806, was built on top of the river because it was a water mill, which means that the water has to flow underneath the building to turn the water wheels, which in turn make all of the machinery work. We've always been at risk of flooding because the mill where the museum is was built on top of the river. The museum was really badly affected by the floods. After the flood, the museum remained closed for about 3 months. Unfortunately, there are still some parts of the museum that have been negatively affected by the floods, and we haven't been able to completely reopen. On the evening of the floods themselves, so Boxing Day 2015, the water started to rise, the river air was flooding, and all of that water came up through the museum, damaging lots of the exhibits that we've got, which had to be cleaned, restored. Leeds as a whole was really badly hit by the floods, particularly along Kirkstall Road, which are near to the museum here at Armley Mills. There were pictures of people canoeing along Kirkstall Road. We've had photographs of fish in places where you shouldn't really find fish. The View Cinema down on Kirkstall Road having to be evacuated during a screening of the new Star Wars film that was out that year, and the film actually having to be interrupted so that people could escape and get their cars out of the car park, which unfortunately in some cases wasn't possible because the flood water was coming in that quickly. Schools and lives and in every way the floods disrupted the way people live. Unfortunately, some people lost their jobs because businesses closed. One really important difference from the recent flooding, I think, is that the community really came together to try and respond to the flood, to help each other to get back on their feet. In looking through some historic newspaper articles from 1866 and from the 1790s, it feels like this didn't happen in the past. It feels like members of the public were very happy to be spectators of the flood, but not get involved in trying to help each other. Nobody was hurt except for one cat called Inca, which went missing. Sadly was thought lost, but then very, very luckily, 4 months later, Inca was returned and found, a little larger, possibly living off some of the local rabbits, we think. But yes, so Inca the cat is a survivor.